Okay, I'm just gonna watch Hutch's thing about Hasan
to react to that.
Directly
There's one particular moment.
I should have just done that in the fucking first place. When I pick stuff to talk about, I just like fucking peruse through whatever is like on my main feed and put it into its own little channel, like what's ever on one topic. So I just saw Hutch, Hasan, different people were talking about it, so I just put it under the thing. But we should just watch this. No one sent me the clip. I just found it because like on my drama feed it talked about Hutch and Hasan, and that was one of them.
In this cut that feels a little
I'm not your whore, Autumn Leaves. Fuck.
Jarring because there was an audio
And you're doing it again. Let's get back.
issue with the VOD. It's not that bad, but I just want to explain that. In this video, Hasan attacks me for, what he claims is me going back on a strategy of blue no matter who. He reacts to a clip that was posted by truly like one of the most pathetic accounts on Twitter. That guy is fully deranged. Hasan knows this and still amplifies.
Why does he say Hasan?
That guy's tweets and posts.
That's gonna bug me.
And yeah, in the clip, I think I very clearly explain that I'm not talking about abandoning blue no matter who. That's still my personal philosophy. I will always adhere to the harm reduction principle. And as much as I dislike a lot of these DSA candidates,
kind of on Hutch about that one. All we can focus right now is on harm reduction, not idealism.
I would never take any action that could help.
Oh my god, I could go off on that comment, Autumn Leaves, that this is a right-wing pipeline. That is such a stupid opinion to say that I'm just trying to do harm reduction and vote for blue is somehow a pipeline to voting red. That literally makes no logical sense in the world. And Autumn Leaves, dude, okay, stopping. God damn it, you're baiting me again.
A Republican win.
I gotta get better at this.
An election basically in any seat of government across the country.
In my defense, you're the first person in comments that's like actively argued with me. I mean, I barely even get comments when I'm live streaming, right? So I'm not used to like just stay in focus. So stop it.
I have my own personal reasons for that, but that's just where I'm at. I explain.
Hutch looks like someone I know. Or does he look like... He reminds me of someone.
And more in this video. I hope you guys stick around to watch. It's a doozy. If you guys enjoy the video, click like. If you guys enjoy the channel, click subscribe and maybe even hit the bell.
I swear to God, he looks so familiar to me. You ever look at someone and you're like, I know who you are. I have met this person. So he looks so familiar to me and it's freaking me out.
Notification. Okay. I have not seen this full clip yet. Let's go.
Yeah, this is a funny moment. Hutch changes his mind about blue no matter who.
Jake Chinatown, ladies and gentlemen. One of the most sad, pathetic accounts. Wow, this guy has completely lost it. He is just the worst, man. He is just the worst. This guy has his little attack dogs. I'm almost ready to say...
He does, doesn't he?
You know what? I'm not even going to... The blue no matter who rhetoric... I'm not doing it anymore. Because it feels like unilateral disarmament. Doesn't it?
What's that mean?
First of all, how much of that particular term is helping the discourse? I have never in all my years on the internet ever once witnessed a productive exchange about the concept of
blue, but it matters who? Root for DSA to lose? Wow.
Okay. Apparently I need to unpack what I said again. I mean, I feel like I was pretty specific even in that clip. I said the blue no matter who rhetoric. I was very particular. There's a reason why I said the blue no matter who.
It's taken so much energy for me to not look at the chat, you guys. I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm ADHD. So I'm really practicing, so I'm not going to engage. Because you guys are arguing and I can't, I'm just going to let you do your thing. And I'm purposely veering my eyes so I don't look at it. So unless there's a fire, I'm not looking at the chat, okay? You guys enjoy yourselves. I'm just going to focus.
rhetoric. So before we even watch this full clip, let me just clarify once again what I meant, which I don't know if these people are like too stupid to understand what I'm saying. In Hasan's case, I hesitate. I think he's just super dishonest. The clipper, I think was being wildly dishonest, because in the full clip of this, and I could go back and find the timestamp. I'm too lazy to do that right now. I specifically.
Well, what I mean, Hasan hasn't even really said anything, has he? He's just gone, wow. So what's really he's just, okay.
Say, like, right after I do my rant, I specifically say, I'm still going to vote blue no matter who, and I'm still going to, like, suggest to you guys that I do it. All I'm saying is, like, I'm not going to hold them to the standard. When I see lefties in my replies, like, you know, in 2028, when Kamala inevitably, like, wins the nomination, or some, I don't know, someone that they consider a establishment Zionist shill or whatever, and they start playing their stupid games again, which they will do. I promise you, they will do it. They'll do it again. I'm going to tell them, great. I don't care. Do your thing.
I'm on Hutch's side here. I gotta say, I kind of like Hutch. I know you're not gonna like me for that, Autumn, please, but I kind of like him. Also, he reminds me of someone. Like, he's just so familiar to me, and he has a very kind face.
I don't care.
You know, comment. Not looking at a comment.
That's what I'm saying. Have fun.
Look at that. Look at that.
Vote your conscience.
Not
you
paying
need to be
attention.
able to sleep soundly at night, knowing that you didn't vote for a corporatist Zionist shill. Okay, good for you. I'm not gonna get into those, like, exchanges with those people in that way.
Yeah, smart.
Anymore.
Because you can't win if you do. There's literally no winning, because it's just this double down. Like, they don't hear you. They don't hear anything you're saying. It's just the repetition of idealism without any kind of argument.
I'm telling you, Hasan Piker, if you ever watch this clip, you're free. I am unburdening you from any expectation that you are, you know, gonna support the Dem nominee in 2028. And furthermore, I don't
see what he's doing. He's kind of insulting Hasan by saying that. It's like, I'm showing that you don't really give a shit, and so I'm gonna let it go, because I'm just gonna take for granted now that you don't give a shit, and it's not worth talking about or arguing about, because I know your scheme. That's what he's saying? See what he's saying?
I don't care.
He's saying it without saying he's not saying it by saying it, or he's saying it by not saying it. Fuck, I really shouldn't have had the energy drink. Bye, Autumn Leaves. Can't wait to see you. I just don't understand. Okay, all right. If we're gonna be friends, we're gonna be friends. It's gonna be a difficult relationship, but see you on the next one, even though you hate everything I say. Fuck, I looked again. Autumn Leaves, you're good. Even saying goodbye, Autumn Leaves gets me. Okay, bye, Autumn Leaves. Love ya. This is a very toxic relationship I'm already building with the people who watch me. It's the way I got like 4 people watching me. It's already. Okay. I gotta.
That is what I'm saying. We'll either figure out a way to beat the Republican without you, or we won't, and we'll get 4 years of Vance, and we'll cross that bridge when we get.
I mean, he is campaigning with some Democrats. He is, like, that's the thing about Hasan. Like, I feel like I say this freely now. Get all nervous when I watch this with Autumn Leaves in the background. That's the thing with Hasan, is he'll do the Democratic, like, face value thing, where he'll hop on campaigns, he'll go on these little trips in support of, you know, whomever, because he wants to keep that relevance with the Democrats. He still wants to keep that kind of shallow face value appeal to Democratic candidates, because he wants to get that power. And it's working, because there's a lot of Democrats out there who aren't probably knee deep in YouTube drama, so they probably don't know everything that Hasan says. There's a lot of people who think Hasan is just like a normal left-leaning regular dude, because they don't actually watch his show. And that works well for him. It's the people who are online a lot, like me, who has actually listened to this shit he said that has come to the conclusion, like, yeah, this dude's batshit crazy. But he relies on the ignorance of people who just have a general feeling for him. They're just like, oh, he's left-leaning. He must be a good guy. They don't really know how fucking batshit he is.
There.
But he plays on that ignorance. He plays on ignorance on both sides very well. I'll give Hasan that thing, is he is smart enough to know how stupid people are and gullible.
That's what I'm saying. And I mean, and I'm definitely not going to jump on any dog pile. When I see these,
Yeah, me either. We're above that, right?
Never, ever
You check your head
adhered to the harm reduction principle and blue no matter who. When I see like Kyle Kulinski,
I've never heard the harm reduction principle applied to politics before, and I'm kind of into it. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the harm reduction principle, but like from what I know about it, it's highly associated with like, ironically, addiction. Because I worked as a mental health clinician for a little bit, and it worked with a lot of substance abusers. But harm reduction principle, it's where, okay, so you have a alcoholic, right, who's taking chronic trips to the ER for DTs or liver problems, et cetera, et cetera. And the harm reduction principle, they're not ready to quit, right? They're not going to go to fucking AA. They're not going to go. They're not going to quit drinking. They're going to do what they're going to do, and they're refusing treatment because it's because they have that right, you know. So there's the harm reduction principle where you talk about, okay, maybe cut down 2 beers a day. If you can't quit, if you're not at that point, meet in the middle. Take away 2 beers a day, and that could still possibly save you from going to the ER in a month, right? So applying the harm reduction principle to politics, especially with our certain circumstances now, which is like to just get out of the mess we're in, we gotta cede a little bit to maybe an imperfect candidate, just so we're not under this insane kleptocracy, insane kleptocracy dictatorship that we're under right now. Just to get out of that, let's start there. You know, so people stop, getting killed by ICE, and people could get back their government support, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I really like that. I have literally never heard of the harm reduction principle in reference to politics, and I'm into it. I think I like Hutch.
Lecture.
Then I can say that now, because Autumn Leaves is gone, and they scare me. Just kidding. I'm not scared. I'm not scared.
Liberals about Abdul El Sayed or whoever else, Plattner.
It's working, but not at a large scale yet. That's a thing, though, is it's getting bigger. Like, this is the most visible Hasan has ever been when it comes to outside of the internet space. Like, he's always had a provocative image when it comes to the internet. But this is the most visible, to where if you're just scrolling through the fucking news, you see his face, even though you're not looking at YouTube drama or Twitch news or some shit like that. Like, he's becoming much more visible when it comes to just ordinary fucking people. And initially you might think, okay, that's kind of scary, but I think that that's actually going to work against him, because he's been able to maintain the good guy image, because people who are in the real world who don't partake in this slop don't know how problematic he is. But the more visible he gets in the ordinary fucking world, this shit is going to become this. The other side of him is also simultaneously going to become more visible. He's not going to be able to hide it anymore. He's not going to be able to just be, benignly appealing to Democrats, or benignly appealing just to your average Joe in politics. His stuff's going to come out. The more popular we're at the point where the more popular he gets, the more he's going to get in trouble. That's what I think. But he also can't engage in debate, silences it. Exactly. And the more popular he gets, the more he's going to start being pushed into debates. And so not only are people going to... I'm killing my fucking population again. God damn it. I got to get better at multitasking. So I think that's another point, though, Monty, is the more popular he gets, he's going to have a lot of agents and a lot of public appeal to engage in debate. Because he's so politically relevant right now, and he's going to get more politically relevant, he's going to have to debate. He's going to have to be a part of that culture. And he's going to bomb. So not only are people going to realize how crooked he is, but he's fucking stupid. And so I think that is going to work against him, because he's going to have to, he can't keep hiding from the debate shit. Not that he's on the front lines in the real fucking world. He can't keep making his little excuses, broy about debate bros and just silencing his detractors. I saw that thing where he actually banned Destiny from visiting his, like, going to his speech. He's not going to be able to do that shit anymore, man. It's not going to be Hasan's world anymore. He's transitioning where he's going to have to be in these people's world, and he can't control the narrative. And so I know a lot of people are not excited about him getting more popular. I'm excited about it because the mask is going to come off. The mask is going to come off that he is a very problematic, and propagandist communist grifter. And he actually doesn't really know what he's talking about. I think those two are going to become visible within the next year, and I'm very excited for it. Have you noticed that he kind of looks like hell? I don't know, like the little clips I've seen, and I'm not just saying this to be a bitch. He looks like shit. I swear to God, he's even started graying a little bit more. He looks beaten, and I think he's getting a little stressed because he actually has to really improve himself in some way, instead of just appealing to the sycophants. And I think that's a little scary for him.
It makes me want to vomit. It makes me want to vomit. And so not only am I not going to hold Hasan and any other lefty that wants to play stupid games again in 2028 to the standard, or try to impose that standard, or try to even pitch that standard. Not only am I not going to do that, I'm not going to attack any like liberals on Twitter. If they're on Twitter saying,
I can't wait for it to happen. I agree. Monty,
he's got to earn my vote.
I can't wait for it.
Criticize that.
I see no possibility that his image will improve with the more visible he becomes. There's no fucking way. It's not going to go well for him, and that's why he is so crabby and looks like shit, because I think he knows that. I think he knows that he's in over his head.
I'm not going to join...
He doesn't belong in the real world of politics. He belongs in provocative drama content politics, you know?
Kalinsky in a disingenuous attack.
He's not qualified, and he knows that, and he's nervous.
Stupid.
I don't think it's in my head that he looks like shit. Like, the clips I've seen of him, he really has aged a lot. Which, I mean, he's still handsome. I'm not trying to be petty and insult the way this man looks. I'm not trying to get on that level. Like, he's still hot. I mean... even how much I hate the guy, if I had a chance to sleep with him and he didn't talk, who fucking knows, you know? But anyway, he's getting nervous. And he's getting stressed.
Morons. They're baiting you. So just like, don't fall for the bait. I just like if I see other libs doing it, I don't care. Do your thing. You know? That's what I'm saying.
That's so strange. That's so strange, dude. That's such a strange...
Good commentary, Hasan.
...phenomena. Turns out this guy is just like, ideologically a neoliberal. I was wrong about...
Yeah, see, there's a problem again, is his hinging on ideology without anything to back it up.
About this, I didn't realize that he was.
He's dumb. He's not really dumb. He's, like I said, he's smart enough to know how dumb his fans are and how to play off of it, but he really is like not politically savvy or a smart guy, and that's coming from someone who is not politically savvy or a smart guy. Yeah, I wonder what the age range of people who follow him, because he's my age. I mean, but I don't think anyone my age or his age actually watches him.
The guy,
I think he keeps it's not the first time he's appealed to the younger generation. I think 10 years ago he was also appealing to the younger generation. Just he's always appealed to people who don't fucking know better.
who said
and because he's hot. If he didn't look the way he does, he wouldn't still we wouldn't be talking about him. Nuh-uh, 16 to 24. Oof. Yeah, it speaks volumes.
would rather vote for Jeffrey Epstein instead of me.
What? How do you even define that level of hyperbolic? What do you mean, Jeffrey Epstein? The fuck did you pull that out of your ass for? What does that even mean? Jesus Christ. Was he also saying would rather vote for Harvey Weinstein than me? Like, what is that? What are you talking about?
Is now saying it's not vote blue no matter who.
Did Jeffrey Epstein, was he in the political sphere for a little bit? Did he vote Democrat? And was he heavily politically involved? What does that hyperbolic bullshit even mean? God, he's so fucking ugh.
To be fair, I think I asked clarification. What are Jeffrey Epstein's,
Thank you.
what's his domestic policy platform?
Like, what the fuck does that mean? How do people fall for his rhetoric? He's so stupid.
What's his foreign policy platform? I think that's a fair question.
That's the new Pestini meta. Root for Abdul and Fran to lose. Oh my God. Why did these guys literally position themselves on the losing side of every issue? This is what
These dumb, lazy, dishonest.
Gotta agree with Hutch, dude. Like, I can't. I just can't. I am just as at a loss for words as Hutch. Like, I just don't understand how people fall for these comments. I mean, that's the shit he says, right? Like, I mean, he has a history of anyone who disagrees with him, he calls him a Nazi. Like, he does that all the fucking time.
Have never indicated.
It's just like our precious Autumn Leaves was saying about how our vote, or like my vote blue kind of way of thinking is a pipeline, is a MAGA pipeline. It's just like, how? How? So if you were not on the extreme other side, if you were not the complete other side of crazy, if you were not completely polarized, then you have to belong to the other side? You have to be on this kind of this. So if you're not on this side of the spectrum, you're on this side of the spectrum? Like, what is that? Like, how do you lucidly explain that? It doesn't make any fucking sense. I even saw a comment on my Hasan video about his speech being stupid, and I said something about being liberal, right, or something like that, right? And a guy was like, honestly, now being liberal is super MAGA coded. I don't understand.
Ever once.
Like, it's just like saying, honestly, being an atheist is a little Catholic coded. Like, your lack in a belief of organized religion is a little Protestant and Catholic to me. What church do you belong to if you're that much of an atheist? It just doesn't make fucking sense.
That I would favor the Republican in a general contest versus Abdul El Sayed, or even the most extreme DSA candidate or DSA aligned candidate. Never. Ever. I have nice things to say about Abdul El-Sayed. I think I've said, even on occasion, in the last like few weeks, that he's like one of the like, you know, I have some issues with some of his rhetoric. I'm sure we probably have like some policy disagreements.
Okay, I gotta stop interrupting. But I was getting the general feel that I liked Hutch. Like, I am subscribed to him, but I've never actually sat down and listened to him, to be honest. But like the little, like I'll watch Nicholas Diorio, and he occasionally goes over like he'll mention Hutch because Hutch is sometimes, you know, just in like a Twitter feud or something like that. And the little things that Hutch has said seem very sane to me, but I've never actually sat and watched him. I like him. I think I like him.
Overall, though, I don't know. He doesn't like get under my skin in the same way that some of these other crazy people do. So he's like probably like the least like problematic. I've also said, you know, he's like probably still favored to win. I mean, the polls right now have Rodgers consistently up like 1 or 2 points.
He's talking about candidates, not fucking. Yeah, a bunch of people in the comments were just like, "Oh, so you'd vote for Fetterman?" It's like, no, I wouldn't fucking vote for Fetterman. But I also don't live in Pennsylvania, and he's not campaigning for president.
Against El-Sayed, but I think Donald Trump is so unpopular. And Abdul El-Sayed is like skilled enough, I think, as a politician to win that race. And I just think in this climate, I'm not like overly worried about Michigan. I have some compliments about Abdul El-Sayed, and that it's not like false flattery. I mean, I do mean it. And then I get like, so he does these little segments, and then I get like literally hundreds of his idiot viewers that chirp, chirp, chirp in my replies like little parrots. These brainless little weasels. It's already happening like literally in the last couple days. Like, bro, why are you always on the losing side, bro? Which is pretty amazing coming from these people.
It makes zero sense.
Their whole political movement is marked by just like
pissing everyone
failure.
Off.
Like,
yeah.
They're just permanently out of any real power in this country.
They're
and
alienating
like,
everyone.
Always lose, bro. But I'm not even rooting against Abdul. I support Abdul.
They're what makes people on the left so fucking annoying. Like, I guarantee a good chunk of people who voted for Trump did it because like they couldn't stand another like seeing another fucking tweet from another self-indulgent, self-righteous, leftist fucking annoying piece of shit. Like, people who are this extreme, like, they really turn people off to the good side sometimes.
I will donate to Abdul. I will encourage like my viewers to vote for.
I even had a friend who literally said that. I mean, he's a dumbass, but he was just like, dude, I'm fucking voting for Trump because I just can't stand these motherfuckers. And that guy's an idiot. I'm not saying that that's right, but I highly doubt he's the first person to have that kind of fickle logic, you know?
Abdul. If I lived in Michigan, I would vote for Abdul El-Sayed over Rodgers in a heartbeat. It would not be a difficult decision. I would skip and dance all the way to the ballot box. It wouldn't bother me. I wouldn't bitch and moan about it. It would just be such an obvious decision. And what does he do? He sees a clip from Jake Chinatown, who, again, I cannot stress enough, Jake Chinatown. If you have done any, like, if you're familiar with this guy's lore, he is just one of the most pathetic losers on the internet.
I am not familiar with this person.
And I say that as literally as I can possibly say something.
I worry about my own state. Like, I'll be honest, I don't follow a lot of like the news. I just I pick who I like in my state and prep for that, and then I kind of ignore everything else.
On top of being very crazy. But, you know, he pulls this clip up on his stream and he's like, he wants Abdul. And it's just like hundreds of his idiot viewers come in my mentions accusing me of shit that I never did, you know. And then he has the balls to complain about being mischaracterized by Fox News or right-wing ads that are airing in Michigan right now. It's like, you made that bed, bro. You live by the sword, you die by the sword.
Yeah.
What happens when it's just like personal spite and resentment?
I mean, Fox News would talk shit about him no matter what. It's fucking Fox News, you know? But, yeah. And he's gonna keep getting shit. once he keeps getting figured out, then he's kind of a moron.
Are what drive your politics. It's crazy because this is Hasan derangement syndrome through and through.
Construct a straw man
fucking...
of a position that I never took. Attack that straw man.
He is the king of straw man arguments. I think the only argument Hasan has ever indulged is the straw man and ad hominem arguments. Like, this is why he doesn't debate, because he's cheap and unoriginal.
And then make it about yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this guy.
And extremely egotistical. Like, this, also, like, how do you still have this touchy fucking ego after so many years of, you know, fighting people in the internet? How do you still have such a fragile ego?
Is one of the most malignant narcissists on the entire internet. That's crazy. Like, literally construct a straw man, make an argument that I never made, that I don't support Abdul El Sayed, that I have given up on Blue no matter who, and I'm gonna like oppose.
Yeah, all those arguments are just a spewing of self-indulgent bad faith nonsense. None of them are actually arguments.
You know, like lefty
They're constant logical fallacies, just back to back, that stupid people fall for.
Bro, I live in Los Angeles County. Okay? Every election cycle, probably like a third of the Democrats on my ballot that are in the general versus a Republican are to my left. I have never complained about it. I have never bitched and moaned about it. And I've also never hesitated to vote straight ticket Democrat. That's not something that I'm conflicted about. I have always, my entire life, on every ballot I've ever filled out, I have voted straight ticket Democrat. Every single election, every single candidate that I've supported, hundreds by now, I have voted.
Oh, well, I guess in this state, I was like, you're like 30 years old. How many times did he? But no, if he's like really active in voting in his state,
straight ticket Democrat. I have never like felt the urge to complain like, here I go, I gotta vote for this lefty again. It's just an obvious decision because I'm a grown-up who came of age during the Bush administration and just like saw the worst. Oh
my God, is he also younger than me? No, he's older. Came of age, he means like when he turned 18. I hope that's what he means, because I'm older.
Consequences of enabling Republicans to win elections. This guy, like, he's pushing 50, right? Hasan, he's pushing 50 at this
No, stop it. Don't be petty.
Point, right? He still hasn't figured that out. He's still playing these games on CNN. Like, I don't know if I'm going to vote for the Democrat in 2028. And then they turn around and then they're like, oh, typical liberals.
Right?
Typical liberals.
It's always someone else's fault.
You know? They want to tank
when he literally said that Kamala Harris, he went through a phase where he was wearing the Trump hat. Like, come on. Do people have amnesia?
My preferred candidates, because they don't like me. Like, bro, you are such a narcissist.
Thank you, Monty. I love you.
I don't understand how your audience falls for this shit, bro.
You're a diehard.
I just don't get it. Someone explain that to me.
I
My
can't.
audience would not let me get away with the narcissistic bullshit that you pull, bro. You are lucky. I'd like that. Can you guys?
It might be because you don't look like him. I think him being hot has just got to have a huge and provocative. He is consistently provocative.
See that for me? I just want you guys to just be so I
agree. You have to like. I've actually said that before. That on some level, being a narcissist is so enviable. Because what an easy world would it be? Where everything is everyone else's fault and that you're never wrong. I had a friend like that in grad school where every time someone disliked her, it was because they were jealous of her because she was too pretty. One, she's mid, but it just like she was never wrong. And if you had to confront her about anything, there would be a blow up. Like I would be literally scared talking to her about saying anything critical or anything like that could be slightly interpreted as critical, because it would be a blow up. Like I mean, I would say something like, "Hey, you really hurt my feelings the other day," and she's like, "Stop gaslighting me," and I'd be like, it's scary how twisted. I mean, it's the mental jumping jacks you have to do. Like, you got to envy it sometimes. Is that miserable? If you think the world is constantly out to get you, even though you're innocent and can't do anything wrong, I mean, being that much of a victim, it can't be that great either, because you're, constantly, woe is me. And even though, I mean, feeling sorry for yourself isn't always fun. You're still sad. Even though you don't think it's your fault, it's still sad. And if you interpret every kind of form of criticism as an attack on you, you must feel attacked all the time. So I don't know. It's a double-edged sword to be a narcissist, I think.
Dyingly loyal to everything I say and just take everything I say at face value and never question.
Especially because, like, Hasan does get pushback, and he's only going to get more, right? And with how fragile his ego is, I mean, that must really get to him.
Things that
It's kind of similar to a current president. That's all I'm saying.
I say, and just for one day, I just want to know what that's like. Instead, I got you fuckos making fun of me.
It's bummer to be a sane person on the internet. That's what, like, all of my videos that I've made have gotten nothing but hate in the comments. Like, I'm not saying it's, like, been terrible. Like, I've gotten some subscribers, and I have, like, Monty, you're my bottom bitch, but, like, the majority has been hate. Like, there's been a lot of views, and I'll have videos where it's just, like, 2 likes, 1,000 views, and 60 fucking comments just tearing me apart. One week, it was Nux Taku of right-wing lunatics tearing me apart and, like, calling me ugly, and one guy a worthless snatch, which was just kind of like that one. And then I did a video on Hasan, and then it's just all this very condescending, self-righteous, oh, you're just MAGA-coded comments. It's just, like, again, like, 2 likes on the video, a lot of views, and just like dozens and dozens of comments telling me I'm an idiot. My videos that have mostly, I don't think the place I come from is out of left field. Like, I think a lot of my opinions are sane. Again, maybe I'm in a world where I'm just as delusional as they are, and there is a lot more wrong than I think there is. That's totally possible, but it's not. I'm right. I'm saying that ironically. I get the irony of that point, but, like, and Hutch is that on him. He actually has a large internet presence. I don't. And so it's like 10 times that, and it's got to make you feel like you're losing your mind. When the world is crazy and you're the only sane person, I mean, doesn't that kind of make you crazy? Like, I imagine, and he's coming from a very sane perspective, harm reduction, the most sane perspective you could possibly take, and he gets this kind of shit. Like, it's got to be hard to be level-headed in a space where being extreme is the only ideology you can stick to without being vilified for it.
For shitting my pants, which a lot of Americans do every year.
Shit their pants.
But
I mean, yeah.
What I find
I have the healthiest diets.
very odd about it,
That was a dumb joke. I'm sorry.
Isn't that it's just like online weirdos now. Now you got like party
Really?
bosses, old bosses. I get D, but why does Hutch hate you? Because Hutch is basically the
Are you gonna call him a Nazi? Are you gonna say right wing pipeline?
the Destiny Dick Rider?
Ow. Oh, okay. Again, he's just team sports. He's just team sports. I Adam leaves 2 seconds ago. Just said the same thing about me, even though I don't even watch Destiny. I agree with this politics way more than Hasan. I can already say that for sure. But I don't actually very much watch Destiny. But that's, again, then they go to that. It's just team sports. It's just team sports.
This guy, man. This guy.
You can't possibly just have an opinion of your own. You just got to be following someone else. I was just accused of that a second ago in the chat.
Just makes up a position that I don't have, and then says, you know why he feels that way? It's because he hates me, but also because he sucks Destiny's cock.
That's exactly what the person said to me. It's just when I think this is the first time I've ever even mentioned Destiny on here.
God damn it! How do people fall for this, man?
I don't know.
That's why.
I'm commiserating very much on a small scale with Hutch because I'm a very, very tiny YouTuber and he's pretty well established. But I can't imagine how it must feel to feel like 3 times the feedback that I get for what I think are like very just level-headed takes.
Blue, no matter who. Every time it's ever come up in my experience, every time I've ever witnessed it come up in other spaces, it's always a shit show. And, you know, like, it's just, I can't stomach people like Kyle and Crystal weaponizing the concept of blue no matter who.
Wait. Weaponizing the concept of blue no matter who. So it's not, so you're doing.
Did I stutter? The incredulity in his voice. Did I stutter? That's what they're doing. Obviously. You don't do like blue no matter who. We're not a cult. They're not entitled to my vote. They got to earn my vote. I don't vote for war criminals. And blah, blah, blah. You don't do that for 15 years. And then, you know, Donald Trump is president for a year and all of a sudden you're lecturing liberals about blue no matter who. Do I need to explain why this is
playing
ridiculous?
Right now, sweetheart.
Any reasonable, normal person understands it's disingenuous bullshit. It's bait. And so I'm just not going to fall for it anymore, you know?
Doing that.
To benefit their preferred candidates when these people were never about that life.
Ow.
And he knows I'm right. Like, he hears.
You guys can't see it, but my dog is very clever and just put this directly in my lap. God damn it. You win. See how easily distracted I am? I gotta work on this. I took my Adderall today. It's just the energy drink that just, okay.
He hears me. Maybe he misunderstood what I'm saying. I don't know.
Oh, dropped it.
Maybe he actually believes that I'm giving up on blue no matter who, but like, he knows that what I'm saying right now is 100% true. So I don't know if he's gonna, I don't know how he's gonna like navigate that. I assume at some point he's gonna, you know, in the near future, he's going to click off this video because you just can't deny the shit that I'm saying. It's just so self-evidently the case. That's what's happening. It's so disingenuous that I don't think it's productive to even like.
That's again, is you're trusting too much on people being rational. Has he beat his bollops? Did you say that before this even happened? Good fucking timing, Kirby. Yeah, no, he hasn't. No. Great fucking timing, dude.
Push it anymore.
Thank you for being my comedic assistant.
You know what I mean? That particular phrasing. I think it's about time we retire it and just be like, you know what? Let's just all stop pretending like this is something that's, you know.
But this was the logical extent of vote blue no matter who.
Okay.
What?
I think he is. Never mind. I thought maybe it was just like dishonesty because he's just so relentlessly dishonest all the time.
But he might just be actually stupid.
He's genuinely like actually stupid. I think I clarified like decent.
Okay. Yeah, Hutch just gained a fan. I like this guy. Honey.
Well in that clip, like what I'm saying.
So I guess he's still consistent on that.
We're talking about a guy.
Yeah, I mean, you wonder, is he being deliberately obtuse or is he just a fucking obtuse man? Gotta be a little bit of both.
You think Hasan is worse than Jeffrey Epstein? That's what it shows you, Hutch. That's what it shows you.
Why do they keep talking about Jeffrey Epstein? I don't get it. Why do they keep why has that been like a point of comparison? Did they just pull that out of their ass? They just pulled like a shitty human being that they could think of out of their ass to make a dramatic comparison, and people are falling for it. Like how are people hinging on that comparison that he just made? Like it actually had some kind of basis. The Epstein shit. I am so confused.
Dude, you don't
Wait, reanimated Epstein versus Vance? How is it not reasonable to ask for reanimated Epstein's policy platform? I don't know. I have to think about that, Vance.
Especially he's dead. Yeah, I couldn't even pick someone who's alive. Are they that sloppy to try to make to mold their little logical fallacies? They pick a dead guy, and still the point gets across, and people fall for it.
Be pretty bad, right? Like, Vance calls himself a post-liberal.
Okay, Kirby, you gotta be my rock here. I gotta say no to Neo because I'm already very bad at getting distracted here, and I gotta stop. Damn it. Okay, all right. I'm being baited by him. I'm being baited by Autumn Leaves. Honey, I'm all done. No more. Gotta stick with it. And when he puts it in my lap, I'm just gonna. I mean, what is it? What do I do if he puts it in my lap? How do I get rid of it without? Because if he puts it in my lap, to get rid of it, I still have to like throw it, and he knows that. That's how fucked up and smart my dog is. I mean, he's a border collie, right? So he knows that just putting it in my lap, what am I going to do? If I don't want it in my lap, I got to throw it. You know? Okay, he understood. He's starting to get me when I say I'm done. What's difficult with Neo is I was dumb and named him Neo, which sounds a lot like no. So I've had to adopt a lot of other words for telling him no. And with the BALL, I have to say, I'm done. And he seemed to get it. Look, he just went right over there. Whisper, good boy. See, he thinks, if he hears good boy, he thinks, oh, so it means she's going to throw it. Because she's proud of me. And she's going to warn me.
Role, you know what I mean? Like, of course I would like.
Looks like he's entertaining himself.
Well, I mean, Jesus Christ, I don't love those options, you know?
That's a fair question, isn't it? Isn't that relevant to the analysis?
Like even his audience is like
Relevant to the analysis? What analysis are you guys partaking in?
Hutch Epstein children, you moron. Like that's what one of his chatters was.
I blame
I
Twitch.
don't
That's
understand.
probably one of you Twitch fuckos. Who said it?
What was the analysis? What are these guys? Who are these guys?
Which one?
Saying at that point, like,
I don't know anything about Jeffrey.
Like, he doesn't understand that I find it just doesn't compute with him.
I think I was mistaken that these guys are like anti-Hutch and they're bringing up the Epstein, like piggybacking off of what Hasan said, but it sounds like they're actually arguing with that sentiment. Now they're talking about, but I don't know what they meant by analysis. I am not good at picking up contexts right away.
Because, you know, obviously he doesn't share the perspective, but like, I find the prospect enabling a Republican administration or Republican control of either or both chambers of Congress so, we'll just say bad,
That face.
that I would be willing to entertain like all kinds of crazy compromises to make sure that, you know, I don't contribute to
Do sugar turd sandwich, baby. That's life.
helping a Republican win. I mean, I think that they are that bad. I think they are that bad. And I think I have
Well, if they weren't, they are now.
very good reasons to feel this way. Again, I became politically
Or they
conscious.
already have been, but their true face has been revealed with the situations they've willingly put themselves in.
Right, like 9/11, and then boom. Like that was the start of my
Yeah, fair.
process of becoming like politically aware.
When you started to realize
And
how
so I have just watched the Republican Party in the 21st
just
century
money.
descend into
That's
just
all Republicans
actual
are really
just like
concerned about.
madness and
I mean, Republicans who are politically involved. ironically, it's the opposite. It's true. It's usually the majority of people who vote Republican are less educated and less wealthy. But that's the irony of the whole thing. It's just like they're rooting for the people who don't give a shit about them.
Borderline fascist.
I had a client once who was just like, who was big Trump supporter, and he was talking to me about how his Social Security was being chopped, and I just like, it's really hard, like as a therapist, to like not call people out on certain things if it's not relevant to like their well-being. Like, and so I just want to say, it's like it's the people you voted for that are taking away your Social Security. Like, there's a reason for that. He was a big Trump supporter. It's just like, it was so hard to bite my tongue.
Which is a word that I don't take lightly. Like, when I say that word, I mean like the actual definition of the word.
Why are you standing there?
Because of that, you know, if you give me like your choice is blank or Republican, especially someone like Vance, I would be willing to entertain, you know, like Sam Harris one time said,
staying strong.
if Hunter Biden ran for president and we found out that the QAnon stuff was true and he was literally like sucking adrenochrome out of like the kids or whatever.
You're so precious.
He would vote for
giving me that look.
Hunter Biden.
Very manipulative.
Over a Republican or over Donald Trump. And I saw that clip from him and, you know, I was like, that's bold to bite that bullet. And I've also never identified so fiercely with a clip ever in my life, because so much of being a liberal during the Trump era has been this feeling of like, hello, does anyone see what the, you know, like, it's just this feeling of like the movie Don't Look Up, you know, there's a giant asteroid.
Yeah. People being intentionally obtuse. Yeah.
Coming at Earth. So much, and it's like
the rich guy just wants to fucking mine this meteor that's coming at Earth, and he just wants to mine it for money and completely ignoring the fact that it's going to destroy Earth though. He's like, but it'll help with it's a cheaper resource for cell phones. It's like, but we're gonna die though. It's that same kind of blinding, obtuse kind of mindset
attitude I have with people like Hasan, because it's like, how do you not see?
Right.
How the do you not understand how big the stakes are right now? How is it possible for someone with a college education, who is seemingly like an intelligent person or capable of intelligent thought?
Oh, he's also wealthy. I mean, our president went to Harvard, so I mean, come on. College education doesn't mean much anymore.
But how is it that he doesn't, at this point, he still doesn't get it? They just don't get it. They don't get it.
He might. That's the thing. I keep going back and forth with this on Hasan. It's like I can't, it's hard for me to believe he's that stupid with how influential he is. But then you have people like Tectone who have a following, and he actually is a moron. He just, like, when he talks, it's just like, you could just like, you could see the drool just like coming out of his mouth, like whenever he stops to think for a second. Like, he genuinely is stupid. But I think Hasan is less stupid than he is egotistical.
That's the charitable explanation. The more accurate or more likely to be true explanation
he's a moralist grifter.
Suspect is true. He's just an accelerationist, you know, like,
yeah,
he wanted Donald Trump to win because look,
I said the exact same thing, because then he would lose his relevancy. He needs to keep bitching. He needs to be the smart one in the room. He needs to be the outlier, the other side of it that bitches and moans about the status quo, who's actively fighting for something. He did want Trump to win, absolutely.
You know, they can get 4 DSA people elected to the Congress instead of 2. So it was worth it to help elect Donald Trump again. Mm-hmm. That's what I think. He's just like a not so subtle accelerationist.
I kind of, yeah.
The conversation he had with Mockler, and Mockler asked him, like, what, you know, do you think it would be easier or harder for you to accomplish your goals if a Republican wins? Without hesitation, Hasan goes, oh no, there's no question it's easier when a Republican wins. So he knows, that groups like DSA and...
Yeah, he's not brilliant, but he's not stupid. He knows what he's doing for the most part. He's just not sharp enough to, hide it very well. Sharp enough to hide it from really stupid people, but he struggles a little bit articulating, but then he's smart enough to know he's not good at it, which is why he avoids debates. There's a difference between being intelligent and clever and sly, and I think that applies a lot to Hasan. He's aware of his shortcomings. Maybe. Again, it's like a narcissist. They actually think so little of themselves that it flips itself inside out, where they develop this egoist protection around them, but underneath, at their core, they know they're pieces of shit.
The pitch of leftists and socialists is a lot easier when a Republican's in office hurting people and shut up. And he just doesn't care about them, And
there is those little moments where Hasan has been honest about how he feels, and it's those little moments that I respect him the most. Like when he goes on his rants and he just blows up about how much he hates everything. Those are the moments where I'm like, all right. But occasionally he does let it slip that he's full of shit. He was having some kind of interview on the news, and he said, he's like, I am a propagandist. I'm not a politician. I am a propagandist. So he'll let it slip. And maybe he's doing it because I just built you a temple, Venus. He probably does that, those little sprinkles of verisimilitude and who he is, because he knows he's eventually going to get caught. Right? And when he does get caught, he could say for himself, well, I've always said this is what I do. I've never been dishonest about it. And so it's almost like he's making this flimsy little cocoon these the few times that he's actually honest, because again, it's a method to fall back on.
He just doesn't. When the I've had it lady Jennifer asked him brought up
that's why you're bitching at me, Venus. I'm sorry.
Topic of queer people, marginalized people in red states that are having their rights stripped and literally being discriminated against. He didn't care.
Yeah, he doesn't care. He doesn't care.
He was like, no, that doesn't sway me.
Yeah,
that's emotional blackmail. He called that emotion. Libs do that thing where they say, you know what, if a Republican wins, life's going to get pretty difficult for trans people in this state or in this country. If a Republican wins, he said, don't you?
Life's going to get difficult. This is what I've said too. Life's going to get difficult for anyone who's disenfranchised. And so people who are still not willing to concede, it's like, okay, you're straight up admitting you don't give a shit.
Think that's emotional blackmail? And that moron Jennifer,
and they're supposed to be morally superior,
was like, you know what? Now that you mention it, he doesn't care.
Oh.
He doesn't give. Even gonna touch that, by the way? Hang on. I'm just curious.
I'm crazy for being worried about
help China invade Taiwan. I'm gonna swim over there, over the strait, dude. What the what could he possibly mean? Whoa, I'm gonna swim over there.
No, you're not. Gonna defend them militarily. They will tell you, Xi Jinping will call you and be like, we're gonna invade Taiwan tomorrow, and you're gonna be like, go nuts. We're not gonna do shit. In fact, it's based if you do that, because that's where the nationalists and authoritarian fascists went, in the Chinese Civil War, and that's your territory, it's yours, he does this stupid bullshit. I don't know, how do people fall for this? What am I gonna?
That's so frustrating. I feel how frustrating he is, because it's mind-blowing, and it's like ugh. I mean, you can't rationally argue with someone who's irrational, that's the frustrating. I mean, you can't indulge it. You can't indulge it because there's no winning. I said no.
Swim over there and help them.
Keeps trying to put it in my lap again, and now it's fallen under the chair, so in a way that he can't reach, and so he's kind of
obviously, I mean, you would not have any commitment to defending Taiwan, as has been the American posture and official foreign policy for a long time now. Joe Biden literally said, I wouldn't rule out boots on the ground, you know, like that's been our official foreign policy. And so, you know what I'm saying. And he would not deny that. Like if you really pressed him on that and said, if you were president and China said, you know, literally started to invade.
He's not going to deny it when it serves a purpose. Like if it works out better for him, he's not going to deny being a piece of shit. Like he concedes when it suits him best. It's all calculated around the ego. All of it is calculated around the ego.
Taiwan or signal that they were going to do that. Would you commit to defending them?
No.
He would never deny. Of course, he's going to say like, no, I you know.
Gotta be firm. Gotta be firm.
I'm for peace, bro. Not my problem. Is what he would do. Wouldn't you rather spend that money on schools? You know, he would do that bullshit. Oh, you think I'm a warmonger?
Does this conversation really matter right now when there are people dying, Kim?
Wouldn't you rather spend that money on disabled veterans?
You're just like a nonsense non sequitur. Like,
wouldn't you rather build schools, not bombs? He would do that shit, you know, like he knows I'm right. Obviously, he knows I'm right. So
moral high ground
statements. This is
statements.
Hasan derangement syndrome through and through.
Our nation secrets.
If I hear that one more time, my brain is going to explode. It's not a coincidence that Hasan is getting the same moniker as Donald Trump. I'm just going to say that. Someone who is convinced that anyone who doesn't like them is massively deluded. That's narcissism. There is a reason that you've attached yourself with the exact same moniker as our narcissistically ill president. I'm just saying, there's a parallel.
If it's derangement syndrome, Hasan, if you ever watch this clip, okay? If it's derangement, listen, I'm open. It's possible. It's possible.
That's what I said. Like, what if I am crazy? What if the whole time I am, and what if I am wrong? Like, what if communism is the answer? I don't know. Ugh.
I have Hasan derangement syndrome. You could clear that up for me right now.
If
you were president,
because now I'm getting in my head.
Called you and said, we plan to invade Taiwan next week, what would you do? Just answer that question. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. You know, like, it's possible. It's possible. Just clear.
But that in itself is the paradox, because he's never going to give you an honest answer. He's not going to give you an answer that isn't going to fulfill his own ego. So you're never, that is like the whole paradox of playing this game, is you cannot have a rational conversation from people who come from an irrational place that comes from bad faith. There's no point. You can't win. They're always going to win because they're just going to double down on whatever serves them. There's no speaking candidly, because there's no truth in any of this. There's no one here on his side is coming from a genuine place.
Shut up. Just answer that question. Don't bloviate for 5 minutes and give me a history lesson.
I hate that word. No matter how many times I hear bloviate, it sounds like a made up word. I hate it.
That no one gives a shit about. Just answer the question. Just be direct. Give me one concise sentence. What would you do?
He can't.
And then, if you surprise me, maybe you can say that
he literally can't.
I have Hasan derangement syndrome. Anyways,
if we gave
everything is a distraction. Every response is going to be, a logical fallacy distraction of an ad hominem attack, or a red herring, or like a straw man, or whatever debate fucking words go into it. None of it's going to be genuine. You're never going to get a real answer from these people. Like me just banging my head against the wall as I'm sitting here arguing with one of my chatters. And it's like they don't hear what I'm saying. They just keep doubling down on the same fucking thing. It's like, do you not actually understand what I'm saying? Or are you stupid? Like, it's so frustrating.
Power to Hasan Piker. I'm the crazy one who's like, I don't know, what's Jeffrey Epstein?
Yes. Someone's in. Yes.
That's Twitch chat. Everybody knows it.
This guy's like, I would rather vote for Jeffrey Epstein over any Republican. Then doubles down and says that he would rather vote for Jeffrey Epstein over me, and now is saying vote blue no matter who. Like,
what?
It turns out you just want to vote for Jeff.
I'm not.
The way he just tried to summarize, it's just like missing the mark every fucking time with the most hyperbolic garbage conclusions. Like, oh my god, it's just there's no one out there more disingenuous, except for it was like you just.
Not saying that anymore. You don't listen. Don't vote blue. I don't care. I don't care. In fact, honestly, I think
Hasan makes it about him. That's always how Hasan is always going to interpret this. Is that everyone's talking about Hasan. If they argue with the policy, they're not talking about the policy. They're talking about how they don't like Hasan. And that's why Hasan always comes back on people, making it about himself, because he doesn't see what the argument's really about. It's always the argument is always centered just around him as a person. That is the only perspective he's capable of seeing. Will
net votes by distancing themselves from you. It would net us votes if you said that you don't support them. That's how I feel at this point, because they are going to batter this man. If you guys thought that we have already seen like a lot of clips on Fox News of Hasan
like Fox News, anyone who's saying isn't going to trust what Fox News said anyway, so that's not going to hurt. If anything, that's going to help Hasan. The more Fox News shits on Hasan, it's going to help him, because Fox News is an irreliable garbage source, right? But it's going to spread, dude. It's going to go into some reliable news that Hasan's full of shit.
Piker's greatest hits. You have no idea what's coming. They are going to spend tens of millions of dollars in Michigan. They are going to blast Hasan Piker's greatest hits. And while I hope Abdul El-Sayed wins that race,
I'm assuming Hasan has endorsed him.
Really important. If he doesn't win, that is going to absolutely destroy Hasan Piker's viability to get involved in politics again.
None of his candidates have really done well, right? I haven't been really following who he's endorsed. I'm assuming El-Sayed he's endorsed. Again, forgive me on my political ignorance when it comes to state candidates outside my own, but
if Hasan Piker contributes to the Democrats blowing a winnable race and then, God forbid, not winning control of the Senate, he is toast, and it totally undermines that entire movement. And he knows that.
But he already did that, though, and he only gained in relevancy. Again, you got to go back to the argument. It's like, what if he's doing this on purpose? What if he's losing on purpose? Because if the status quo improves, Hasan's place in the conversation isn't as loud, right? So if we go back to the argument that maybe he doesn't want things to go well, again, people like this, they always win, and that's what makes it also so frustrating.
He understands the stakes of this moment. He already knows what I'm saying. But
maybe he doesn't want to win.
I guarantee you he's feeling stressed about that. And, to be fair to him, I respect that he put his ass on the line like this. I do. 99% of it is.
It's probably because he was told to by his agent. He's like, people want to start taking you seriously. You need to go into politics. And he's like, okay. I think he's just doing what he's told to stay relevant. He's following advice, but he's in over his head.
Self-aggrandizing, narcissistic nonsense. I'm sure deep down he probably gives himself credit for Abdul El-Sayed's win. Same with Mamdani.
Either way,
I do kind of respect. He took a little bit.
If his candidates make it, he's gonna account it to him being awesome. If his candidates don't make it, then people are still gonna go to him because then he has something to complain about. A
risk here, because he might be, you guys, and this is not entirely implausible. Hasan Piker might be, depending on how this plays out, single-handedly responsible for setting back his entire movement for, I don't know, a decade?
Mm-hmm. I actually believe that.
This up, if the Republicans actually successfully use his greatest hits on Twitch and swing enough votes to prevent Abdul El-Sayed from winning, and they flip a blue seat to red because of him, that's not going to be great for him. That's going to be really not great for him. And I just want to reiterate, I will bet you $500.
Sorry.
I would feel comfortable betting $500 that Abdul El-Sayed will end up condemning either Hasan or something that Hasan said.
He'll have to.
In the next 2 weeks. We'll say 3 weeks.
Yeah, he's going to fumble. It's coming.
It's coming. It's coming. It's going to be an interview on.
All Hutch and I are lovers. Like, I find myself not to be like I'm doing team sports. I realize that, but like, I've noticed that I kind of agree with everything he said. And it's like we're finishing each other's sentences. And I'm just like, are we a thing? Are we a thing? I don't know.
CNN or, you know, like,
Why didn't I start watching this guy a long time ago? I mean, I try to stay away from political conversation that comes from this place because most of these people are not good at politics. Like, if I'm gonna go to any like kind of pop cultural source for news, is gonna be like fucking the you know, like Jon Stewart show. Like, I'm gonna watch the Daily News. But I like Hutch.
he's going to get hammered
Never watched him
so
before.
badly
Yep.
with Hasan Piker clips and campaign ads.
Mm-hmm.
He will have to condemn Hasan. Mark my
Mhm.
words. Just like
And Hasan's gonna be thrown in a debate at some point, and he's gonna vomit on himself. I'm just like picturing Hasan just like deer in the headlights, and someone's like, "What about that time you said this?" And Hasan's just like
Donnie, and
dripping nervous vomit all over his Mao suit.
he will condemn him. Gonna happen.
Jeffrey Epstein, I guess. Like, if
inevitable.
I was the Democratic candidate, it seems he would actually, if I was a Democratic candidate and Jeffrey Epstein, hypothetically, was
Why
alive.
are we still on Jeffrey Epstein? Oh my god! But okay, so I just thought about something. If he does get dropped, he's like Hasan is going to find a way to vilify whatever candidate that's dropped him, and still find a way to come out on top. Because I know that sounds hard to believe, but I mean, again, this is like the 8th time I've made a parallel to Trump. But like, look at Trump. He's the man is indestructible. He's bulletproof. Really look at all the nonsense that has happened with Trump, and he has gotten away with all of it. And I think Hasan has a similar skill where he does what is the South Park called a dharma, like deny whatever. He is able to verbally dodge and throw back and gaslight all of his detractors. And it's not like he even does it well. It's just that people are dumb. That's the problem. But he's able to do it. He's the toxic dude is able to do it, just like Trump is able to do it, despite him being a moron. Like there's some kind of skill that these egotistical men have. It's this slyness that's not exactly intelligence, but it's just like this clever ability to defend yourself with manipulation that helps you get away with shit like this.
Famous pedophile Jeffrey Epstein was running as like an independent.
I don't understand
Hutch
why we're
would
still talking
literally
about
vote for Jeffrey Epstein. At some point, we just got to realize. At some point, that just means you want to vote for Jeffrey Epstein.
Okay, so he'll just keep saying a bad guy and just go bad guy, bad guy, bad guy, and then mention Hutch, and they're like, oh my god, Hutch is part of the bad guy group. It's like the cheapest magic trick, where it's just like, if you watch this hand, this is Epstein right here. Look at Epstein. Is he a bad guy? Epstein, over here. And then and it's just like a sleight of hand to distract people. And somehow magically they start associating Hutch with Epstein. Like, there's going to be some kind of a snark Reddit where they're going to say like Hutch was on Epstein's plane or some shit. They're just going to bind to that association. And again, Hasan knows that. Because he knows how stupid the people who listen to him are. Epstein, over here. No, look at Epstein. Look at that bad man Epstein. Look at him.
That's it. That's your.
Don't listen to the actual words I'm saying.
Yes, that's what it means. Yes.
You're just pro Jeffrey.
Logically, that means, I literally think that Jeffrey Epstein would be my preferred. Obviously, that's what it means. How stupid is his audience, actually? I knew it was bad, but holy.
Oh my god. Okay. Michaela Fuller, Autumn Leaf sent me here. Apparently you support Ethan Klein. What the fuck is wrong with you, lady? Not only do I not understand why Autumn Leaves has become so addicted to my channel if they disagree with everything I say. But now Autumn Leaves is sending people here who also disagree with me. Why do you want to be here? Why do you want to be here? If you disagree with me and you think that there's something seriously wrong with my opinions and you're just not a fan of my content, don't be here. Okay? If you think it's entertaining otherwise, despite the fact that you disagree with me, then you're welcome. But I'm not engaging with this anymore, okay? I'm just not. This is weird. This is so fucking weird. This is so weird, okay? So this is the last time I answer you. And if you get weird and you don't get your shit together, I will block you, okay? I don't want to do that because I think blocking is stupid unless someone actually is, you know, causing harm and chaos to a chat and just derails it. But just do your thing, okay? We are part of an Ethan Snark group where you go after his supporters. Well, that shows the sanity of your group. The fact that you could say that with a clear conscience speaks volumes. You're weird. And I'm just going to block you. I don't understand what your benefit is here anyway. It's so bizarre. People like you are so bizarre. I just don't understand.
Epstein, like pro voting for him. Maybe you're pro his platform, which I suspect is about lowering the age of consent. Like, I don't know what else Jeffrey Epstein is like really known for, is being an elite pedophile. So it's really...
That's the point, though. That was my point. I have no idea what Jeffrey Epstein's politics were. Does anybody? He seems
I
to
don't
be,
know.
Have
I don't know why the Epstein thing is coming up.
He did not seem to discriminate when it came to politics.
Really funny that he's like, actually vote blue no matter who. It doesn't work anymore. Sorry, it doesn't work for me
Epstein's
anymore.
policy position when he glorifies the current Chinese Communist Party as like a model of government. I'm the crazy one. Somebody who idolizes Vladimir Lenin, and I'm the crazy one because I don't want to live.
Because the gulag was just some excesses, right?
Under an authoritarian leftist regime.
Well, when you think about it, every government is authoritarian, you know. When you think about it, like traffic laws, or he's going to do one of those things.
Hutch is a single issue.
There were some excesses, sure, but ideology trumps all, you know. It's like no.
Voter. Hutch is a single issue voter. He's pro Jeffrey Epstein.
Buddy, listen.
Oh, that's so funny.
Listen. I understand. Listen, I get it. We should be sympathetic. He's feeling the heat right now. He's feeling the heat. He's taking it out on me. Hurt people, as Abdul El Sayed once said about a literal terrorist attack. Hurt people, okay? And he's hurting right now. He's got lefties up and down the timeline saying that Abdul El Sayed should like pivot away from Hasan. It's not just Vosh. There are like multiple like far lefties on Twitter saying like Abdul needs to get the away from.
Isn't Vosh the guy? There's like some kind of. Isn't he weird? Isn't Vosh like a weird porn guy? I'm surprised he still has a presence because wasn't it pretty egregious? Like, isn't he really gross?
Enough of them are smart enough to understand like, oh my God, he actually has a chance of, you know, they don't want to up, and so, you know, he's feeling marginalized in that way. He knows that Abdul El Sayed is already being inundated with campaign ads trying to tie him to Hasan, and Hasan's like most extreme rhetoric. You got Bernie Sanders like disavowing some of the stuff that he's saying. So like, you know, he's feeling the heat right now. And I'm sure that's very stressful for him. And, you know, I'm in my Zen place of my life. I'm not going to take it personally. Because if I was in his shoes right now, I would be a mess. I'm just saying. I couldn't deal with that stress, all right? It would break me. I would just be like, you know what? I'm going to take like a month off. I'll see you guys later. That is what is happening right now.
Is he really taking a month off?
Is possible. There is a very non-zero chance that Hasan Piker, the Senate for Democrats, literally, those are the stakes right now. Like, what is his like political engagement going to look like moving forward? If that shit works, if they flood the airwaves with these like his crazy greatest hits on Twitch, and then Abdul loses by like 8 points or something like that. Do you know how many different people are going to be pissed at Hasan? It's not just going to be libs. Everyone except for Republicans. Everyone except for Republicans are going to be pissed at this guy. If he's the reason why, Trump is able to confirm 200 more judges in the next term. So good luck, buddy. I hope it